Hey Clout Chasers, how are you guys doing today? It's your girl Mousy and I'm the ultimate SL Clout Chaser. So let's chat guys. So we're talking about the free head that was given away by Catwa. It's the Freya head, which is also a unisex head. I will leave the landmarks below so you can get the head. I will pull the landmarks from Facebook because we were told earlier, like early in the morning when I was up during the wee hours of the morning, that not to use the landmarks from Flickr and to log off of SL and use the landmarks from Facebook, and some people had success in getting the head. I used the TP hammer and I kind of stepped away and I came back and I was at Katwa. So lucky me, Pizza Baby 2, which is this guy's here's name, ended up getting a head. But I'm calling him Ryu the Pizza King, so that's his name because it's just fun and I just see him as like some young and he's like some main character in some young adult novel who has like magical powers and stuff like that. I'm not sure what they are. I feel like telepathy and the ability to communicate with birds and get them to do things for him, like send messages and things like that. All right. So we're going to talk about this head. This is the structure of the video. I am going to go to a few stores, show you where I bought some items from so you can recreate this obby yourself if you happen to like it. Then we will go to the sandbox and I will restart him from a base avatar and build him up to show you what I've done with Ryu and how to get him to this point. He is right now using the nicotine pack. It's the new pack, hand to mouth animation. It comes with a lighter, a pack of cigarettes where you could literally light it. The only thing it may be conflicting with his pose slightly if he bends back a little bit, if you're wondering why that is. I am also at Jericho Quarantine City, and so basically this is a sim. I love the backdrop and I thought it'd be great for the thumbnail, but more importantly than that, this is a sim where you could play like laser games, there's soccer, art galleries, a skate park, and just fun things to do if you want a sim to come visit and hang out with other people. There are like 3 or 4 people here now, if that matters to you. So guys, happy Sunday first of all. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I certainly appreciate it. It is so beautiful outside in New York. It's like 77 degrees, guys, and I'm just like, ugh. Goals. I love it. I went out for a little while, even though we're supposed to be sheltering in place and absolutely not supposed to go out, but I was not able to help it. My son is with his dad, so I called his dad and I was like, please take him to the track because it's so nice out. But I don't know if he'll do it or not because, you know, he's a little bit more concerned than I am about like not taking them out at all. Like, I feel like they could probably go out a little bit, you know, but anyways, that's what it is. All right, guys, I'm looking at this shot and I'm wondering if I should have taken a thumbnail here. Like, this would have been a nice thumbnail shot. All right, let me just take one really quickly. Uh, and hopefully he's going to be done lighting that cig in a minute. I don't like this particular pose, so I'll hold for a bit. So we're going to go to a few places. We'll go to Stealthic, excuse me. We'll go to Stealthic. I'll show you where I bought the hair in HAIRBASE. I will show you where I bought his... let's see how that comes out. I'll show you where I bought his shirt, jeans. The jeans are from Marketplace. Necklace is from Marketplace. Eyebrows are also from Marketplace, but I guess I could show you the skin. I'm just looking at him thinking, what can I actually show you guys? So skin and maybe the shoes. So we'll go to a few places and then we'll jump into creating this avatar. All right, so the first place that we're going to go to is, I guess, Stealthic. Let's go there. Let's head over to Stealthic. And we'll show friends only because it'll make our lives so much easier. And let's head downstairs. His aura, yeah, guys, I created the aura and I put the jump in, like flipping aura again, like for the run because it's fun and I like it. And you guys seem to like it too. All right. So we're at Stealthic right now, and this is where you could get the HAIRBASE, which is really cheap too, by the way. The HAIRBASE is only 150 Linden, and this is the HAIRBASE that I'm using, fade. But to be honest with you, it's not like a true fade. I'm going to be honest about that. So this is fade, and this is thick. Like, I like a cleaner, sharper cut with a fade, but it's only 150 Linden, and if you want it, you can come get it, and it, you know, really complements the hairstyle. And this is the hair that I'm using. It's the Rebellion hair. There are tons of hairs you guys can demo. I'm not going to do that because that's not what this video is about. And then I just chose it in white. I love the sideburns in the actual model's hair. So I wonder what HAIRBASE he's actually using because that looks really nice. But that's where I bought the hair. So now we're going to go to Exalted and I'll show you where I bought this shirt from. So here we go. Let's show friends only. And he is wearing, if you guys don't know, because I haven't mentioned it yet, so besides the Freya head, we'll just have him walk calmly, but besides the Freya head, he is also wearing the Catwa Freya free gift head, of course. He is also wearing the, I love this, these boxers with the towel. He could wear jeans with just a towel over his shoulders. I think that would look pretty cool. He's also wearing the mesh body classic from the creators of Legacy. It was 100% free, so you guys can really create a free male Avi or female Avi. This Avi happens to have both a female and male body, but I wanted to create a male Avi just to give me a little bit of a challenge. And so this is the shirt he's wearing. It's about 250 Linden, but I really like it. I think it's nice. It's a little different. So this is the Oliver shirt. I could have even thrown some sunglasses on him. Okay, and I'm just going to save his outfit to final so that I could, so let's do Ryu Pizza King final. So this is his final outfit. And I'll tell you right now where his jeans are from. Alright guys, so his jeans are from FashionNatic, and they were part of the Together at Home event, and it's the TMP gray blue jeans, and they fit really well. I'll show you how they fit without his shirt, and his shoes are from Versov. We'll go to Versov in a second, but I want to go to Mud because I want to show you where I bought the skin. The skin was only 85 Linden. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a body applier, so I had to match as best as possible. So there is a little bit of a delineation between his neck and his head. So I'll show you guys that shortly. And his aura. So you see these flying crows, which is going to piss a lot of people off, like when you're hanging out at Sim and thing. It's only 10 Linden. Could you guys believe it? I love a good aura. And this aura is 10 Linden for the flying crows, if you could believe it. I will put all this information in the description box below so you don't have to worry about it. So let me show you guys a face. This particular face was created using the Catwa head. And basically it's like this K-pop idol kind of shape and skin, so but it's worked using a feminine head. And so I think that basically this is the goal that wants to be accomplished with the Freya head, so that you can make more of a softer masculine face if you want to, but this is using Catwa. Okay, so let me show you where I got the skin from, and ladies, you can come get skin here too. So this is the Ryu skin. Okay, and we have Chikaki as well, but this is the Ryu skin. I know it looks nothing like him, and believe it or not, I'm also using the shape, but I just adjusted it. So I'm using the Ryu shape, which I've changed a million times, as well as the skin. So I won skin number 9, I believe. Let's see which one I won. Let me just go in here to my inventory, and I'll tell you shortly. So I won skin number 18, so that's this one here. I want skin number 18. The only thing I don't like about the skin is that it has, because it's made for like the Daniel head, the eyebrows extend way too far because the UV maps aren't exactly lined up, and the eye has like a little bit of eyeliner in it, and I wasn't too crazy about it. But for 85 Lindens, you can't really beat it, and I'll show you what I did to overcome the eyebrow issue. All I did was apply the skin, no eyebrows, and then I bought my own eyebrows. So I'll show you that shortly. And then the Chikaki skin is also 85 Linden. There are lip color fat packs here. The shapes are 300 Linden. I think that's a lot for shapes, but I did go ahead and buy that. So we're going to head over to Versov now. I noticed that all the Versov gift shoes were gone, because that's actually what I was looking for. I was not trying to pay money for shoes, guys. I was really upset that I had to, but I did pay 300 Linden from shoes, but I bought them from Versov. Yeah. All right, baby. If you want to flip in the store, go ahead. So I just wanted something like really low key that he could wear, like an everyday sneaker, and these are the ones that I ended up getting. Just, I walked around the store, and I probably should have gotten like traditional black and white ones, but I ended up going for like gray and white, like these Nike inspired sneakers. Hold on a second. Guys, get your drinks and your snacks. I'm having a pink lemonade with vodka right now. Don't judge me, it's already 5 o'clock here. Even though it's only 2:30 California time as I'm recording this. Alright, I'm just hoping that this reses soon. Versov is like being a pain in the ass right now. But I think the shoe itself is resed enough for me to show you. the lag issues. My aura is probably not helping this situation, but I don't think his complexity is that high though, guys. Like all these curls are probably not helping. Guys, let me know what you think of the Avi. Like, sometimes I like to do something different. Like, I can make a traditional Avi for sure, but I like to do different things sometimes. I hope I don't crash because now I'm loading because of all. Versov is like super laggy, guys. I have to be honest with you. It's so annoying. It's really annoying to have to deal with this every time you come here. But I think the shoes are res enough. But these are the shoes that I bought. I paid 255 Linden because I joined the group and it was absolutely free. So that's actually cheap for shoes. I wish I could go ahead and show you the group area, but I can't because of the fact that there are no free shoes here anymore, which really sucks. I tried to ask about it in chat, but it wasn't possible either. Sorry guys, my screen keeps blinking on and off because of the lag here. Alright, so I showed you the shoes, I showed you the MUDSKIN, I showed you the shirt, and I showed you the hair. So that's everything I bought in Worlds. Everything else I purchased on Marketplace. So I'll leave the link in the description below because sometimes you guys ask me like, where did you get this? Where'd you get that? I always leave everything. Like when I tell you guys everything, I leave everything in the description below. Alright, so let's head over to the sandbox and not deal with this issue here with the lag. Alright, so show friends only. We are going to go over the Catwa HUD. I'm not going to show you the Legacy Mesh Body HUD because I don't see the purpose of it. Oh, I guess I could show you Oracle Kuso where I bought the flips and things like that. Yeah, let me show you that because you guys always ask me about that. So let's type in Kuso. We'll go here really quickly. Let's teleport here and then we'll come back to the sandbox. I think I'm doing really well with time. We're at 12 minutes, so we'll try to finish this up in 15. So we're just going to TP into Oracle. All you have to do is sit, and then you're practically at the store. And you can go to either Kuso or Oracle. All right, and we are at Oracle, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and they're cheap animations here, guys. Like when I tell you cheap, like super cheap. So I think I stood here. All you have to do is stand here and then cycle through some of the poses and walks and things like that that they have. These are all stands. It's only 10 Linden. So if you watch my how to create an AO with Firestorm, you can really basically build an AO, whether static or moving. So this is a stand, 10 Linden. You got to walk, 10 Linden. Run, 10 Linden. You could build an AO for 30 Linden. So there's no reason, for those of you who have 30,000 alts, there's no reason for you to be paying like 2,000 Linden for Vista. So here's another stand, 10 Linden. Jumps, that's another stand. And you just walk to run and sit. So, and I put a ground sit in there because I like the ground sits too, to right click myself and hit ground sits, all 10 Linden. So these are crouching walks, but you know, I don't think you'll need that. Crouch, jump. I just want to get to regular walks, and these are hovers. Okay, so these are regular walks. And there are tons here, so if you don't find a walk in this particular, like, where are the runs? Did I just miss it? Hold on a second, let me just go back to, there's a running pose right there. Yeah, so this is the 10 Linden running pose, so you could get that here. And what's the name of this particular AO? It's Virtual Guy AO number 19. Alright, so that's that. It's only 10 Linden too. And then you could alpha more of his legs so you don't have to see it. So that's where you get the AOs for men and women. And then across the hallway is Kuso, and their animations are 20 Linden. So you could get that there. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out because I know some of you had asked me that in the past. So now you have that. And I'll try to link the how to make an AO using Firestorm 2, which is this little button here. It's super easy, guys. Like, please don't pay like any money for an AO. I think you could really make a really nice AO for practically free. All right, take another sip. All right, so now we're back. We're going to build up this Avi from scratch. I did not use Baked on Mesh this time, guys. Yep, you heard me right. I did not use Baked on Mesh. I guess I could have also showed you where I bought the poses from, but you know what? just join Manly Weekend or any group like that, or go to groups that sell poses. You can usually get free gift poses, or Manly Weekend is a good place to get male poses for 50 Linden. Okay, so here's Ryu the Pizza King. He's not like a huge built guy, he's just like a regular guy, maybe in his early 20s, and you know, he likes to hang out with his friends. He obviously loves pizza. He has some powers he just discovered when he turned, I don't know, 18 years old, 17, 18 years old, and he goes to college at Woodcrest. So that's Ryu's story. Okay, in case you guys were wondering. So we are going to reset this alpha. Let's hit OK so I don't have to be bothered with that. We're going to choose an alpha avatar and we're going to reset him to this guy here, which I've never used before. Okay. I should have went to the stay-at-home place and got some boxers, but because we're not going to like attach his private parts, it should be fine. So we're going to reset this to like base. This is like one of the default avatars that comes with, you know, when you enter SL that you have the option of selecting. So this is what this guy looks like. What is his name anyway? Because all these obvious have names. So if we go to Warren, we'll be able to see what his name is. So he's Leonard. So hey Leonard, hey babe, how you doing? You're looking really good. Thank you for that rose. I really appreciate it. Smell the roses. Like, we're paused to do that for sure. So what we're going to do is just start detaching everything from Leonard, from his clothes, his shoes. Can we detach his hair? Yeah, we can detach his hair. So we just detached his outfit, which was one piece, his clothes, his hair, and his shoes. I think I might use him for male avatars in the future. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove all his alphas, because we don't need that. So we're going to move his shoes alpha and his suit alpha. So you will just see his like crotch area, but there won't be anything there, so I'm not really worried about that. And also in the worn section, I'm going to remove his lashes. So just to, okay, system eyelash remover. So it's not like Bitsy where he actually has lashes. So this is what he looks like completely stripped down. He has his mesh eyes, and just, this is his like cardboard body. So here Leonard is giving us like his bare self. He's being completely vulnerable to us. He's like, I just want you to get to know the real me. So there you go. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the legacy mesh body. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's not the legacy body, it's the mesh body classic, which was updated from the creators of Legacy. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to type in mesh body. So it's classic mesh body. I just wanted to see what the name was, and I'm going to attach the body. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not really going to go through that HUD in detail. I feel like I've done that in my mesh body video. The focus of this video is going to be more or less the head. So, yeah, sorry. That's what this is going to be about. So in the classic mesh body male folder GIF edition 1.2, all you need to add are the following things. You need to add a default avatar eraser. And so now Leonard has completely disappeared. Alpha means erase. We are not using baked on mesh today, so we are using our alphas. If we were using baked on mesh, we would not use alphas. If you want to know how to use this body utilizing baked on mesh, please visit my other video. Okay, so we are using an alpha because we are not using baked on mesh. So default avatar eraser, we put that on. We're going to put the body classic on, and we're also going to put it on the edit 1.1 upscaled HUD. Okay. I want to reset the body so he doesn't have these tattoos or skins or anything like that on. Let me try to do that. So he's loading. I'm going to wait for the HUD to load. I'm going to turn on all his alphas so that you guys could see that. Okay, so let's go here to this. So the first tab, I'll review it very briefly, guys. Let me go to the first tab. The first tab is you can find shine if you want the body to shine, and then bumps, I guess, if you want, you know, more character to your face. There's nails. Here you could add nails to your Avi, and then there are hand cycles, like, so he can have 2 fingers down, a fist, whatever. I usually just press the play button so his hands are cycling through. I'm gonna actually stop his AO as well because I just want him to be a stiff, like right out of the box new Avi. All right, the second tab says style, loading your styles. And when you load the styles up, it's basically all the skins. All I'm going to do here is I am just going to wait for this to load. It does take a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. And I'll briefly go through it. So we'll just wait a few minutes. In the meantime, I think I should just go find the head, or I should open another head from scratch. All right, so these are the skin types for the body. Okay. So I can choose all these different skins, but before I do that, let me just go to alpha and reset it so his full body is showing. So this is the full body. He's wearing, it looks like he's potentially wearing the shape that I gave him. So what I want to do is just really quickly show you guys the shapes that come in the box. Okay. So here's the large shape. That's the large shape. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Hold on. Okay. That's the large shape. This is a medium shape. These are shapes right out of the box. And this is a small shape. Alright, so these are shapes right out of the box. Let me just go here for 1 second. Okay. So here are skin options. And I'll just go through a few, like light, medium, dark, like 3 maybe. So in tab number 2 are your skin options, light, medium, dark. Okay? So we'll just go through a couple. That sure is taking a long time to res. Okay, so we'll go with a medium tone. That was kind of a lighter tone. Here's a medium tone. And then we'll go into like this tab here gives you darker tones, like a chocolatey tone. So these are all your skin tones. The skin that comes in the box is absolutely gorgeous. It has nice muscle definition and everything like that. So it's really nice. And I think the skin has really nice also like shine and sheen in certain parts of the area that you would have it, sort of like the thigh, the chest area, and places like that. Okay. So let me just go through this. So tab number 2 would be neck fixes because let's say you see how I'm wearing neck fix number 8 because I was trying to match as closely to the facial skin that I bought as possible. But in this case, that wouldn't match with a chocolate skin tone, right? So I'm just going to head over to like the darkest, which is 24, and I'm going to see if I could just blend the neck. Like, so this is like to transition your neck and facial skin applier more seamlessly. So that's what tab 2 is for. I'll let that load. Oh my god, please don't drive me crazy with the load times. We're already 22 minutes into this video. Jesus Christ. Alright, so that worked out nicely. Alright, then we have the nails. So nails is basically you could choose the color of the nail that you want. If you had a female Avi, there are colors here that you can pick also for your female Avi. Because my avatar was so pale, I just chose number 1, which was the lightest shade. Alright. This one's not coming up, so hold on a second, guys. The special fix folder is not in here. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, let's go to here, this thing. So if you want to add more details to the skin, you can click the first tab, which is the body icon, and then you click these 3 lines with the 3 buttons on it. So if you wanted to apply baked on mesh, this is where you would go to do it. But let's say you had a skin color that you liked. Let's say it was the medium tone. You have the medium tone that you like. Here's where you have the option of adding pubic hair and different type of hairs on the chest that you want. So you can get a little bit more detailed in the skin, whether it's less ab muscle, more ab muscle, things like that. All right, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And then we'll move over to tab number 3. And then we'll go to the head. So guys, if you wanted to use baked on mesh, you'd press this button, apply baked on mesh, but be sure not to wear an alpha. No baked on mesh, Baked on mesh and alpha does not go together. Baked on mesh and alpha does not go together. If you wanted to wear your head and not make the baked on mesh, you'd wear alpha on your head only, but not on your body. So think of it that way. If your head is baked on mesh, if your head is not baked on mesh, there should be an alpha. If your body is baked on mesh, there should be no alpha. If it's the reverse, head is not baked on mesh, no alpha, body not baked on mesh. No, if your head is not baked on mesh, there should be an alpha. If your body is not baked on mesh, you need an alpha. So you get that? Baked on mesh equals no alpha, no baked on mesh equals alpha. That's practically the crux of it. And I keep saying that over and over again. I know that there are little rules around it. Once you have your head, your body, your skin, and everything on, and you wanted to wear an outfit, and let's say you needed an alpha to hide a suit, you can wear it then. But that's the secondary stage. So initially, to get your head, skin, and body together, baked on mesh, no alpha, no baked on mesh, alpha. Got it, guys? All right. So the third tab is to like basically alpha your body and areas so that you can fit your clothes better. You can select like if I'm not mistaken, there's like 300 points that you could select of your body so that you can alpha out. We're going to reset that. And then there's larger parts of your body like your crotch area, upper thigh, and then your thigh area, legs, arms, so on and so forth. Okay, guys? I am like low-key trying to find out how to get rid of this tattoo. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm trying to hide layers to see if that works. Okay, so if you use layer 3, which is in tab 1, if you go to the eye layer 3, that looks to get rid of tattoos, but I would have to click it on for the tattoo to show. So I'm going to hide the layer for now because I just want to show you what the body would look like right out of the box. All right, and also something else with the alpha layer that I just want to share with you, you just have to turn the body around in order to get to the back parts of your body, like say behind your leg and things like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and reset that. So that's what these buttons are, to turn your body left and right. All right, or completely around, 180 circle. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone through the body, which I did not intend to go through this body, let's go through Catwa and the HUD. I haven't used Catwa in a very long time, so we are just going to talk about what is actually applicable to you. And I actually want to get like a brand new Freya head because the store was a nightmare to get into. And what I mean by nightmare, like once you got into the store, it didn't guarantee that you were going to get this body, right? So, if there was a possibility that you could crash. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like open the bag and also talk at the same time. Chewing gum and walking, okay? That's my issue. All right, there it is. Okay, Catwa head. We'll talk about this in a minute. So once you got in, it was so laggy you couldn't even walk. So you had to camp to find the gift. You have to make sure you have the right group on. And still there was such a long delay, at least 5 or 10 minutes, which is why people were going through hell to get this head. So anyways, we have our body on first. If you put your head on first, you could use the full avatar alpha, but we've already accomplished that with the full body alpha or default avatar eraser that we used with the mesh body. So we don't need the avatar in this situation. All we're going to need right now is we're going to need the eyes. So we're going to need our rigged eyes, and we're going to need the Catwa head Freya that also comes with teeth A. So we don't have to think about it because usually you need eyes, head, jaw. So I know, so this is the Catwa boy shape for Freya. It looks so weird to me. I guess it was meant for a signature body or something like that, because it's definitely not meant for this body. I will show you how to fix this neck. Like, that's kind of the most important thing. If you had a female body, this would be the shape for the female body. I wonder how it's going to look. So it's a little shorter. The waist is cinched in a little bit, things like that. But you know, this avatar doesn't have the right anatomical part, so it doesn't look right. We'll just go to the boy shape. It doesn't matter for now because obviously we're going to be changing this. So the default shape of the face, whether you use boy or female, is extremely feminine. So you're going to have to work really hard to fix that. But so what you want to do from the Catwa gift folder, Catwa Head Freya gift folder, is you want to add the rigged eyes, the head, and you also want to add the master's HUD. And also, when you use Catwa, what happens is that the animations go nuts. Like, you have 30 different animations in one. It's super annoying, so you're going to have to fix that. So first problem first. Again, when you take out the head, Catwa Eyes Rigged Freya V3.3, take out the eyes. Take out Catwa Head Freya Teeth A V4.5. The eye should be out and your HUD should be out. So you have head, eyes, HUD. That's all you need to start with. We will go over the folder very briefly while this loads. You have a baked on mesh skins makeup alpha pack. We don't need that. We're creating a male avatar, but if you're using a female avatar, feel free to explore that. We have a face light if you need a face light. We have a HD lips pack, which is for lipstick. You can use this if you're using a female avatar. We're using a male. We don't need that. We have the Catwa HUD animation for female. And I guess it would be for, it says F. I don't know if that means female, but you can use that if you want to. We have the Catwa Hud Eye Applier. I will put that up just so you guys can see how that works. And basically, Catwa gives you eye applier so you could change the color of the eyes, the rigged eyes. So these are green. We have like an ice gray color, and I'm going to choose light brown. But we would just have to let it res, guys. And let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little better. We just have to let it res. So that's what the eye HUD is for. Then you have the master's HUD, which is here. We have the Catwa brow shape. We can wear that, no big deal. And it just lowers the brow a little bit. And then we have talking animations that you can activate. We'll go ahead and activate all that stuff. But since I'm using like a program outside to speak, it doesn't really matter. But in World, if I were to talk, my mouth would move. Okay, so you see these beautiful brown eyes. We'll go to these dark brown eyes too. And that's what the HUD is for, the eye applier HUD. But for now, we don't need that. What we want to do is fix the neck. So let's go over this HUD very briefly. All right, so we have the mouth and hair HUD. Here's where you could change your hair base. You could change it to red, brown, blonde, whatever color you like. And you just have to wait a few moments for it to res. We are wearing teeth. Okay, and so we have the option of having a gap tooth smile. She's not smiling, but if she were, you could see a tiny gap there. And we have, you know, a chip tooth smile. That's not very feminine or sexy. That doesn't look really good. And then you have like this perfect smile with veneers and things like that. And I guess, and a little gap. I'll leave the little gap. I think that's kind of cute. So that's what the mouth and hair HUD is, okay? Also, the hair HUD is where you can clear your HUDs. Like, say you buy a hair base and you want to clear the upper part, which is this, and then the lower part will be the area around your forehead. You can clear that too. So we're going to apply hair base, I don't know, gray to the lower part just so that you can see it comes down a little bit more on the forehead. So part one is done, which is reviewing the body, which we did very briefly. So other hair bases with baby hairs would come down like closer to the forehead. This face is actually pretty cute, like right out the box with just the shape. I think it's kind of adorable. And since she's like winking and doing all this crazy stuff, I'll just leave a gap there, or maybe chip tooth, so that when she starts acting crazy with her mouth animations, you guys can check that out. And lower would be the hair base itself, and so now we have red. So that's what that is. I showed you guys the teeth and everything like that. So we're going to go to alpha lashes. So you see my girl here is wearing lashes, and this is where you would select the size of the lashes for a man or a woman. So I just went long, short. For the guy, we're probably going to use super short, and there's lower lashes too. So you can see how that changes. I think that's a little long for a guy. So you have short, full, and all these things. So we'll leave it as short, full. We have these show hide areas, like you could hide like parts of the head so your hair fits better. There are like portions of the eye you could hide, I guess if you're wearing mesh eyes. You could hide the tongue. You can't see because her mouth is now open, but her tongue is no longer available. This is where you hide the ears. So if you wanted to wear mesh ears, you know what? I have mesh ears, so I may put mesh ears on him, but this is how you hide the ears. Now, this is how you fix the neck issue. So let's say you want to wear a male Avi. Her neck is too skinny for a male body, right? Because this is the SL default size of the male neck. So we would just have to change the sex. And now the neck fix. So that's how you fix it. And I showed you guys how to fix the skin color, which we'll fix later when we actually choose his actual skin. So that's that. And then you have like skin diffusers for skin tints and all these other things. You guys could play around with this later, but for the most part, that's not really important in order to use this obby. Then we have like default eyebrows. Like you could use that. We're going to clear it. If you didn't like the eyebrows that came, you could clear out the eyebrows and use like tattoo layer eyebrows. So you could use skin that has no eyebrows and apply your own, and then, you know, tint it and use colors, so on and so forth. We have eyeliner here. The eyeliner will go on white when it does go on. Let's do upper eye. Okay, so it goes on white, and then you could tint the color to make it black. Where's the tint? Okay, I think the tints are here. Okay, so let's go to eyeliner. So here in the skin diffuser area, all that stuff, eyeliner, all that. So just press this button, and that should help us make the eyeliner. It's changing the lashes. Okay, where's the eyeliner part? So this is the lacrimal, which is the pulpy part of your eye. You could tint your skin. You could tint your teeth, your mouth and tongue, your lips, blush, ears, hair base. And I guess maybe this eyeshadow layer would be it. Huh. I just want to reset everything. Let's just reset everything. I don't need eyeliner because it's a guy, but I don't remember how to tint this, guys. Yeah, I don't remember how to tint this. Just Google it or something. But for the point of this video, this is how you add base default eyeliner. I feel like it's going to be something so easy too. So ignore this. How do you tint this black? Let's just clear it off. It doesn't matter for now. Let's go to lower, clear. All right, so we just removed it. But it's actually really easy to do. You just have to look it up, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to show you. If you have like neck tattoos, you could add that here and you could clear it, or you could blend it, make it lighter and change the opacity. Blush and lipstick. So here, if you're using your female avatar, you can add blush. You see that nice tone here. You could darken it up. Blending allows you to make it darker, lighter. So that's what blending does. And if you clear the blush layer, so I just did upper, it would like more than likely clear face tattoos, and then lower is the actual makeup it should clear. Okay, let's clear that. Clear, clear. I'm gonna move this HUD because my okay, I just want to move this down a little bit, and let's stretch this out. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, we have this very confused soul here. Alright, so there you go. So that's that. I haven't used this in quite a while. And then you have lipstick. I feel like almost 2 years ago, Catwa was my first head, but I haven't used the Catwa head in a minute, guys. And then this is where you can add your lipstick. We'll just wait for it to res. You can add any color you want. You can make it lighter, you can make it darker, and that's how you'd add your lipstick. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and clear that. I probably should have let it res. I'm lacking patience today. And if you can't afford to buy skin and you can't afford to buy makeup, there are tons of options here. There are tinting options, so I just wanted to show that to you guys. If this red, you like it, but it's a little too much for you, just make it lighter. That's what this is for. Okay, my loves? All right. Blush I already showed you, and then skin and ears. If you can't afford to buy skin, there are skins that come in this pack, and it comes from actually well-known skin makers. Like you have the Skinnery Peach skin, which is populating now. We have skin from Details, like a mixed skin tone. We have skin from the Skinnery, we already said that. And Details, that's it. Alright, so we'll try on like 3 different skin types so that you guys could see it. That's pretty. This is a peach skin tone. Let's try on Brownie from the Skinnery, and then we'll try on a mixed skin tone, and that'll be that. And then there's ear tattoos, and you could color your ears and things like that. And I'll show you that first in a second. So we're at 40 minutes, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit because I don't think it should take us that long. That's kind of pretty. Dark skin is a challenge in SL for sure, because unless you have dark skin, you don't really know what to highlight and things like that. You see the crooked chip tooth there? And if you guys want to use baked on mesh for the head, remember, no alpha, and you just hit this button in the skin section, baked on mesh, and there you go. That's how you turn on baked on mesh, baked on mesh. So we'll wait for the skin to load. Yeah, and that's that. So that's how you use it. All right, so we'll just leave the skin on because we're going to choose our own skin shortly, so it doesn't matter. And I think what I want to do, what I actually do need to fix though, is I need to fix the eyebrow tint to make it black. I do need to fix that. And I do need to fix the teeth so I don't have to come back here again. Teeth should be a mouth, and I'm just going to make like a tiny gap. I think that's cute, and then I'm going to minimize this HUD. So we are going to come back to this, so we'll leave it because we'll change the hair base too. Yeah, no, I'm going to add a hair base, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so like let's go into how we built this obby from the face up. So the first thing I did was, once you have your head and your body on, you need a shape, guys. So we're going to look at the Ryu shape, RYU, and we're going to look at the shape straight out the box. I'm like confused as to what happened here, because there's so many versions. You see, guys, I fixed this like 15 times, so I don't even know which one's the last version. But I'll find it in here. But I want to just find you guys the shape straight out the box. So let's go to inventory, and then we'll type in Ryu, because maybe the shape straight out of the box might not be available here. Alright, so Ryu Catwa shape is for the Daniel head, and here's what the shape looks like straight off the box. The legs were so spindly and skinny, and I just was not feeling this body at all. And I didn't like the face. The eyes were popping out of the face because the eye socket was not pushed back enough. You don't, and for this you don't fix the eye. You'd have to go to, let me just show you. You go to appearance, edit shape. You'd go to eyes. Let me just show you how to fix that. You'd go to eyes, and then you'd go to like eye depth because it's bugged out right now, and then you just push it back like that. That's how you fix that. Alright, so if this ever happens and you're not able to fix the eyes, like this may be a little too far back, but you just have to find your sweet spot. That's how you fix that, guys. Alright, so we'll just X out of here. Then I made so many changes because I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then I ended at, I believe this was my finale. Not to say he's the most gorgeous guy at the end of this, but still, it looks better than what we started with. I am actually going to go to what I saved just to make sure I'm wearing the right skin, and it looks like I am wearing the right, excuse me, make sure I'm wearing the right shape, and it looks like I'm wearing the right shape. Because when you save so many parts, like I literally saved 19 parts, then I went back to part 2, and I went to final, then I called it finale, and all these other different names, so it's a hot mess. So this was the shape I was ultimately satisfied with. He's slender, he's slightly muscular, he's a younger guy, but he, you know, he's still masculine. Right, and so now we're going to go to the skin that we got, and the skin is MUDSKIN Drunken number 106. That's what I won, and I am going to apply his skin right now. And I'll show you the options with the skin and why I kind of had to choose to go the no eyebrow route. Okay, let's just go in right into the face. These animations are cray, guys. So 85 Linden, this is the skin that I bought, and these were the options. So it's like the lightest tone. Please rest for me, don't take forever, guys. It's like the lightest tone with the lightest eyebrows. So I'm going to choose E1, E3. But look at the eyebrows. Because it's made for the Daniel skin and Freya is slightly feminine and more delicate, the eyebrows go like back to the ears. So I couldn't really use that, right? And then I went to number 3. And the eyebrows are a little darker. Number E5 is like the eyebrows are jet black. And so originally I was like, you know what, maybe I could just find hair that'll cover the eyebrows on the side and it'll be fine. But it was a struggle. So I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use what I need to use. Excuse me. So these are dark brown eyebrows. And then I ended up going to no eyebrows at all. So I ended up going with no eyebrows. I didn't have, because the you know, when they sell skin appliers, it's for signature belays of this, and that, but it's not for the mesh body project, right? And I'm not even sure if there's Omega for the mesh body project, so I just went and just matched his body to the HUD as best as I could, and I'll show you guys that shortly. So the first thing that I want to do is, now I realize I have an issue. My beautiful avatar does not have eyebrows. So I went and bought CNL, which is Clever Language Gym Eyebrows, and I'll show you guys that shortly, and I'll also add the shape. So let me give you guys a quick tip too. If you guys add like eyebrow shapes, which makes the eyebrows either straight, soft arch, high arch, and all these different things, and your hair turns to like a dusty ass afro, and you want to know what happened, is because it's like the eyebrow is not like updated so that it could be baked on mesh. Just go in your inventory, because the SL default body comes with so many eyebrows, like Bollywood and like some type of Star Trek eyebrow. Just put the eyebrows on, like just change it. That's all you have to do to fix that. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's probably never happened to you. Those who it's happened to before, I just want to give you a little tip to fix that. But since we're not doing baked on mesh, I can't actually show you. I can't show you an example. So these are the eyebrows that I ended up buying, Clever Language, and they were super cheap. I think it was like under 100 Linden, and I just bought these in black, and that I called it a day. So I just chose the black, and now I'm just going to detach this, right? So these are the eyebrows that I chose. I don't think I did much to the face outside of this. Then we're going to go to Bloom, because I'll show you guys the eyes that I bought. So we have Bloom Eyes. It's the Fantasy Collection for LELUTKA Catwa. Let's just pick the eyes now. And maybe we could go back to the HUD later if you guys don't want to, if you want to change it and you don't like it, we could do that. Guys, I am made for if you want this Avi, okay? So I just want to throw that out in the middle of the video. Just I am me in world. So we'll wait for the eye. I think these eyes are so pretty. They are female eyes, but they're also fantasy eyes. I like these, but I ended up going with the green ones because it matched the shirt. But my thing is like Game of Thrones. What is it? I can't even think of the name, but you know, like Daenerys and her brother, they all have like the violet eyes. Like I love the violet eyes. That's why my personal Audi has violet eyes, but I like that too. That's my favorite. So one thing I don't like about this skin, I just want to point this guys out to you, is that it has like an eyeliner on the top of it, and I've tried to get rid of it and I can't, so that really sucked for me. So we're going to go to Stealthic, and we're going to add the hair base in hair that I bought. So the hair was the Rebellion hair. So it's, oh, I have tons of demos in here, guys. Ugh. Yeah, so it's the Rebellion hair. Let's go to recent. And it's unrigged, but I didn't really need to do much to it. Okay, so that was the hair that I added, the Rebellion hair. I liked it in the white. I thought it was pretty cool, and it gave me a lot of like fantasy vibes. And if you want to use the styling HUD, let me just show you guys briefly what you can do with the hair. You can choose where the hair lays, whether it's over, the longer part is over the right eyebrow or the left, and so on and so forth. You can also tint this hair a little bit if you want it to be a little darker, or just add more, you know, variety. So these are all the styling options. I chose this one here, and that's what he's wearing, so I don't need to go over that, but I just want to let you know there are styling options available for this. And then we're just going to go to the hair base right now. I hope I don't have to, I feel like if I go to objects, I'll have to open the box again, so I don't want to do that. So let me just go to hair base. And I have a couple different hair bases in here. So this is Stealthic hair base for Catwa. Let's add that. So that's why I didn't really care about the fact that it was red, because I knew I was going to add my own hair base anyway. So we'll just wait for that to res. We're going to add his hair. All right, and so we're going to add a fade. And we're going to go upper, which is the lower part of it. And I can click the button again and go lower, which is like the baby hair part of it. So I already selected the color, so this is what it is. So this is in essence Ryu Pizza King's hair. All right, I do have I have ears, so maybe we could add that. So I'm going to go to this master HUD. I'm freestyling right now. I'm going to go to the master HUD. I am going to go to alphas, and I'm going to hide his ears, and I'm going to add the Pubic ears, because Pubic is part of the 60 Linden Happy Weekend sale, and they always sell like these ears, and I always buy them for obbies that I make, but I'm like too lazy because it requires a lot of patience to get the ears just right, and I don't want to be bothered. But I'm going to do it today for you guys because I think that he would actually look really nice with it, and I'm going to actually sit him on the pose so that he's standing just eerily still so I can get those ears in. So you just have to just get in really close and hit the edit button and then push the ears in. See how the earring is? Okay. But you have to, it's a little annoying because you're going to have to rotate a lot to see it from all sides. So it looks okay from this side. That doesn't look bad at all. All right, so let's just come over a little bit. It looks okay. And let's go here. Let's edit that and push that in. But you have to be careful that this like earring here, the hoop, is not like sticking out. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay. And if I could get the color to match, as long as there are like no gaps and holes, like that's what I'm checking for now. It could come out a little bit more because you see how the earlobe is in the ear. I would actually make his ears bigger if I could. This one's okay. But his ears are a little brown. That's the only problem. And he's like not a brown Avi. And his ears are kind of small. But I think that's okay. Can we make them bigger? I'm just curious if we could just like stretch them out a little bit. No, I don't see that option. Can I touch this and make it bigger? No touch option either. Okay, so here, that's the ear situation. We're going to go to the HUD and we're going to make these ears super pale. And then I'll show you what other options you have with this HUD. We're just going to wait for it to res up. This was the quickest I put on mesh ears. I feel like this ear is better than that one. Because maybe, I don't want to do too much. But like maybe you could edit it and you could also rotate it. So like it's laying flat against his ear. You know what I'm saying? Like you could rotate it like this. And then you can move it in. Like that. Like a little bit. Let's see what this looks like. And good, there's no spacing. It looks okay. So we could probably rotate this a little bit too. Let me rotate that. Oh no, too much rotating. Okay. And let's come around. And there's probably going to be like holes, his ears sticking out. It's just super annoying. All right, so let's just edit that and move it in. I'm going to have to rotate a little bit more. See, it gets very like, is this even worth it? Okay, that should be okay. So let's come around. And because it's a guy, like it definitely has to be perfect. Because he doesn't have hair to hide it. Like it definitely has to be perfect. But I don't want to spend too much time on this. So I'll get it close enough. And, you know, you guys can like fix this on your own obvies because you kind of see what the struggles are now. But usually there's like holes at the top and the bottom, but this is close enough, okay? So this is close enough. I wonder if I could resize the ear. Ooh, I can make the ears bigger. So I can make them bigger. I thought they should. They were a little tiny. Okay, so that's that. I made them a little bigger so they came out a little bit. Let's just lower the HUD a little bit. And then we're going to move this in, and I think we should be okay. Okay, so that's how you add mesh ears, if you guys were wondering how to do that. Yeah, I think they look pretty good. So you have the option of changing the skin color. Let's just go for the second to lightest shade and see what that does for us. And then you have the option of changing like the chain color. Okay, so let's do skin. Let's do lightest, like at the shell of the ear, because it looked like that just changed inside the ear. So let's do here, because it looks really dark still. Okay, I mean, I think it could even be lighter. You guys would just have to play with the tint. Let me see. I think it could be lighter, but it's passable, but I honestly think it could be lighter. So at this point, if you wanted to, like, you could change the tattoo options if you wanted. Because it's so dark, I think I'll change it so that we could add because his ear is so dark, like I want to detract from that. So I'm going to make the top of his ear either black or silver. That's what I'll do in terms of tattoo options instead of one of these options, which are dots and things like that, to detract it a little bit. And I think that's kind of cute, like a little blackout tattoo on his ears. And you would change the, like, I don't care for gold on this Avi. Like, even though I love gold, I think it should be silver. Like, those should be the colors for his particular Avi. So for accessory options like chain, I'm going to go with, I can actually choose like some quick styles. This is white and gold, it looks like. So let's see what that looks like. And then I'll choose like silver and black. Let's see if that's acceptable to me. So there's black, silver, and red, gold, brown, and black, and all these other colors. So yeah, I'm okay with this. I don't know how masculine these particular ears are, but you know, I like it. I don't mind it. So we're going to leave this here because we don't want to spend too much time, but I just showed you guys how to add mesh ears, and these are little things that you could do to further customize your Avi. I feel like I need to rotate, and I'm going to get obsessed with these ears. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna get obsessed with these ears. I should have never done this, or I should have done it off camera. You see how there's a hole here? So that means something's not right. That one's passable, but the other isn't. So yeah, whoever gets this, you're gonna have to like pull it out a little bit. Let's come around a little tiny bit. I think I've rotated too far in. Okay, that should be okay. So he's looking good already, you know. This is a feminine head, and it does look masculine. It doesn't look like, I feel masculine not in a femboy way, but he looks masculine in a masculine way. So let's just go back to the Legacy HUD. We're going to go to tab 2, and we're going to try to match the body and the skin. He does not need, he's kind of quad heavy, right, for such a thin guy, but I'll leave it. Looking at his body now, I feel like his hips could be slightly wider. Let's change that really quick. So let's go to his legs, and I want to just change some things. So let's go to legs. He looks a little quad heavy at the top, but the Legacy, Mesh Body Legacy legs are just not that muscular. I want to widen his hips a little bit, and just a little bit. I feel like they could be really wide actually. So let me do this, and so this is Finale Part 2. Let's do that. And then I lowered his quad definition a little. Let's see if he looks a little more balanced. Like, even though he's a skinny dude, I just want him to, his body look a little more balanced. And maybe his waist could come out a little bit more too. Let's edit that. See, this is why I ended up making so many changes, because this is what I do. So his pecs are fine. His torso length is fine. But to fix the waist is to add like a little bit more love handles, and this is going to be Finale Part 3, and let's just do that. Yeah, I think I like this shape a little better. I think it makes more sense to me. Even though I want him to be a thinner guy, he's still thin, but his body makes more sense. Yeah, this body's perfect. I think that looks really good. All right, and I probably could end up doing more things to the face. Like, you don't ever have to stop with this. So oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. So let's go to the body, and we want to get something that's like really pale, but also like it has a lot of red undertones. So let's try this one. Let's try the skin tone. Hopefully it's not too light. And then we'll go to neck fix number 8, because that's the closest it's going to get. I've played with this for a little while, guys, and I just know it. So we'll wait for that to res. So his body is really light. I think it's okay. Because your body sees less than your face, right? So I'm going to go to neck tone number 8, or maybe I'll go to number 4, and then we'll try to blend it as much as possible. I think his body may actually be too light, guys. So we'll do neck tone number 8, and then we'll go back to the main body area and try to change the body type. Yeah, I think his body is actually too tight. So let's go to skin tone number 8. Let's see what that looks like. Because I actually don't remember what skin I chose for him. So we went to 8. Now let's go to body. This is 8. But it has like yellow undertones, so yeah, I guess yellow would be okay too. Yeah, it's like a little too dark. All right, let's go to 3. Let's see body tone number 3. Wow, that's like albino white, but his face is kind of albino white. All right, let's go to the neck and do number 3. Let's see if this looks a little better. Or we could just even go to 4 and that's it. Because we're not going to go too crazy. But I'm just showing you how I like kind of color match as much as possible. And if there's tinting available, we'll be here for another 30 minutes trying to tint. But, you know, you guys know how this goes. Avi building, you must be dedicated to your craft. We'll wait for the neck tint. And then... Alright, let's see how well we... No, we didn't do a good job here. All right, so let's go to neck tint number 6. I had... I mean, it's not horrible, guys. Because I feel like his face and body does match. It's just the neck we can't get together. Let's go to 5. Guys, I usually have the video done in 40 minutes, and I'm like actually building the Avi with you. Let's go to 5. I usually do it in advance. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try this body too. Make the body a little darker. I just wanted to get it as close as possible. Just as close as possible. And then we'll start dressing him, and then we'll be done. No worries, guys. So for Manly Weekend, all you have to do... it's too off. I think the lighter color was better. 3. It's just the neck was an issue. I couldn't... And we'll try 3. 3 and 3. He'll be like albino white, and let's see how that works. Because he's otherworldly anyway, so maybe. Because guys can't wear chokers. That's like the bad thing. Whereas you can get away with it with female Avis. I just need more pink undertone. Let's do 4 and that's it. I know I keep saying that, but let's try that. This is like too yellow underneath. We really need to tint his skin. We really need to tint his skin. Because it's too yellow and his face has a lot more red undertones. But we could get this. Like whoever has time and patience with this Avi, like you can get it. You just have to keep playing with it. I feel like this... Alright, so let's try 4. I think I'm already trying 4, right? So I'm going to leave the... I'm like almost certain that I chose neck number 8. How does this look? Yeah, he looks like a noob because his neck doesn't match. Next time, note to self, write this shit down. Eight appears too dark. So we're at 1 hour and 3 minutes. I'm going to give myself 1 more minute to figure this out and then I have to move on. I'm like so mad at myself right now for like not writing the body color down. Because I did get it pretty close. Like there was a slight line, but it wasn't so... Like I feel this is very obvious, whereas it wasn't so obvious before. Do men wear chokers? Alright, I'm going to pick body skin number 2. So the neck is okay. It might just be the body, to be honest with you. Alright, 1 hour and 4 minutes. Alright, I have to give up after this. Unless it's just like ridiculously off. Then I won't give up. But all we have to do... Ooh, that is ridiculously off. Okay, so... This is so white. But I think we said skin number 5 was too yellow, right? Let me try skin number 7. This one looks like it has more red undertone, so I don't know. Oh, the stress is real. Oh, so 3. It's very hard to match. So if this body is Omega Applier compatible, I would suggest you get this skin at MUD for the body. Because you don't want your Avi to look crazy. And he's going to look a little crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. He's going to look a little crazy. I'm just trying to fix it, guys. Alright, this is 1 hour and 5 minutes. I have to stop. I have to stop. But I'm going to get like so obsessed. Because it's like in my heart, I know I could fix this. But this is just not the right time to do it. That's really bad. That's actually really... That's really, really bad. I hate it so much. Let me just check out his nails. Oopsie, too far. Alright, so the nails at least make sense. Guys, I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm just going to 2 and other colors like that. Alright, guys, let's leave this alone because we spent 3 minutes on it and that's like absolutely absurd. So, we're going to leave it alone. I have to stop because I already went off the program by even choosing the mesh ears and putting them on. So let's just keep moving forward. Alright, so we're going to go to Exalted and we're going to get the shirt out that we bought our lovely Avi here. And he is wearing the Legacy size. And I'm just going to add it on him in the color that I like. I already selected the color. So we'll add the shirt. We may have to alpha the... okay, this auto alpha, so that's fine. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the FashionNatic jeans. And they're grade blued and they have like little boot cut versions and things like that. We'll have to alpha his legs. So it's like boot cut so that you can actually fit your pants into boots. So this isn't without the boot cut, but I actually thought it was more where it's straight legged, but I actually thought it was actually more updated to have it tighter at the ends and I liked it better. So that's why I chose like the boot version. Yeah, and I think I chose boot version 2. So let's put that on and then we'll alpha his legs and then I will make myself crazy about the neck situation to few. So let's take his legs away and I feel like we should just alpha this upper part of his body but not necessarily his tummy area. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just come down a little bit. Yeah, so we want all this like hip bone action. We could use it. We don't mind it. So I'm just getting in really close to make sure that there's nothing alpha'd. That should be okay. And then let's get rid of his legs at the bottom. We don't need that. And then we're going to go down to the bottom of his feet and make sure we don't need to add. So these are too tight, these boot versions. So let's go up one and detach these other pants. And then I'm going to add some ankle area. Okay, so that's fine. That's perfect. This one is a little wonky, and I don't know why that is. If I add a little more ankle, what happens? Okay, that's okay. There's a tiny bit of a gap, but it's alright. But this is okay. Alright, so this is his outfit. And then I'm going to add the Versov shoes. And I added his Versov shoes in Unrigged. So we're going to add them. And they may float below his feet. All you have to do is pull them up. And I feel like this is kind of like the best we could do for TMP. Let's add that. Add, and then we're going to edit it to just bring it down a little bit so that it's not floating above his feet, but it's actually on his feet. And we'll do the same with the other. They could come down just a tad bit. Okay, I think that's all right. And then we're just getting a little close to just make sure it looks okay and he's not looking crazy from all sides. And if you wanted to stretch, just like shrink it, you should be able to shrink it too a little bit. But if you can't, I mean, it doesn't look really bad. Like, that's just room for socks and so on. So that's the look. There's definitely some imperfections here. A little bit more than I like. Like, there are things you could get away with, but this is quite a lot. We're going to go back to the tattoo layer because we had already added the tattoo, right, guys? So we're going to go to the first tab and we're going to go to eye number 3 and just put his tattoos back on. The tattoos were part of a 50 Linden sale for Manly Weekend. So I bought the tattoos at the 50 Linden sale. Did I buy anything else there? No, that's it. And I'll put the location down below. Okay. Now I'm going to go to final to see what else he was wearing. I chose another box with the head. I also bought him this necklace. It was from Marketplace. It was like a black tooth necklace. But this necklace, honestly, no insult to the creator, is like a total piece of shit. It really is. And I'll tell you why when it completely reses. Do you see this? Like, I don't know why it's not covered around the end. It's a little primmy too, but you know, I thought it was a cute necklace. And then I got him the nicotine cigarette bento because I liked it, the bento cigarette, which animates from hand to mouth and you could light it and all that good stuff. But I liked it more for the picture and I like the texture of the smoke, so I thought it made a really nice picture. And let's check out what's going on with his eyes. I have to take you guys through the animation because he looks a little nuts right now. So we're gonna lower this legacy HUD for a second. I don't want to exit out, but I do want to minimize it. Okay, awesome. So we were able to minimize it. All right, so let's go to animations in recent. So we're going to go to Catwa animation HUD and we're going to turn all this shit off. That's basically what we're going to do. So this is the animation HUD. He's like licking his tongue. He's winking. He's sad. He's happy. He's glad. He's just a hot mess. And my poor baby's crying. He doesn't even need the cigarette, to be honest with you. So you see all these highlighted things, like everything's on right now. So I just turned all this shit off. We don't need all this stuff to be on. I like the eyes for Catwa to be like static, meaning like not to blink. So you could play them so that, you know, the eyebrows could raise and then the blink can happen and things like that. But because he has all this eyeliner on, I don't want his eyes to blink at all. So I'm going to turn that off. I want his eyes to stay open. I don't mind them roving around, but I don't want them open. In terms of faces, do I want any of these full face AOs on? No. I like the smirk a little bit, so we could do the smirk. And default lips means whether or not his eyes are, his mouth, excuse me, are open or like slightly open, but his default lips could be closed. And then you have like a little bit of a slightly open mouth, but that's fine. We'll just have it closed. I'm just going to take all these off. I feel like taking the cigarette away because he's coughing so much. And so I'm just getting rid of all this stuff on his face because we don't need that. Okay, guys? Yeah, we don't need that. So that's what this guy looks like in a nutshell. His ears can definitely use a little work. This one's okay. It's just this one. His ears can definitely be like rotated inward a little bit more, but I'm not going to focus on that. Like the point of the video was more of a head video. It's not really about the ears and things like that. So I have to like let some things go. So guys, I bought him an AO from Oracle Kuso. I showed you guys that store. So let me just show you what his AO looks like. I'm going to have him jump off this stand pose. He has like a newbie walk right now. And I'll just show you what his AO looks like. He has some static poses. Oh my God, he is like white. So Ryu new AO, he has like static poses from the 50 Linden Manly Weekend sale. So that's that. What is he holding in his hand? Oh, it's the cigarette. So here are his poses. And I'll just let you cycle through them. And I mixed two poses together. Poses are a really personal thing, so you guys just have to go through your own poses and see what you like. And some people don't like static poses, so if so, you get like walkie poses from that animation shop. Alright. So this is our guy. Let me show you his legs too. And should I change the backdrop? Like, would that help you? Because I don't know if you were able to like really get a feel for what. I think so. I think it's fine. I'm not going to change it. We could like lower the light a little bit. Alright, so here. So these are all the poses. This one's like my favorite one. Like where his hand's this way. I don't like the head up like that. But that one's good too. I like that one. But that's our guy, you know? This is what he looks like. He's just a regular guy, like around the way. He's kind of artsy, you know. He has like superpowers. He's trying to figure himself out and he's full of angst. Maybe he needs to stop smoking. He doesn't get a lot of sleep. It's all the voices in his head. And so I'm going to turn off the animation HUD, and that's about it, guys. Like, this is our guy. I hope you like him. If you want him, I am me in world. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Let me just check to make sure I don't have anything. So the gray boot, like, yeah, he has everything that I intended for him to have on. I think he's actually pretty cute. The only thing is the neck thing. It drives me crazy, guys. If you have any solutions to like fixing neck problems, let me know. Bye, guys. Love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye. Yeah, and so him backing up is interfering with the AO I made. That's what that is.